Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. I have not much faith in rebirth and inherited tendencies. Will that in any way injure my devotion to God? Master is answering. It is enough to believe that all is possible in God's creation. Never allow the thought to cross your mind that your ideas are only true ones and that those of others are false. This is one of the important instruction of Sri Ramakrishna. Don't limit God. Don't limit anything that would happen in this creation. Anything can happen. And those of others are false, then God will explain everything. What can a man understand of God's activities? The facets of God's creation are infinite. The facets of God's creation are infinite. There is no, it looks like finite, this universe, but it is eternally linked to the Absolute. It is within the Absolute, it is manifestation of the Absolute. It appears and disappears, like mind. Mind, we have a mind, but it is a part of cosmic mind. We have a body, which is a part of this nature. It goes on cycling. Now this body will die away someday. It goes back to earth. Again, like plant going back to earth and again coming up as plant. Everything is going in a cyclic way. The cyclic movement keeps anything in it through eternity. Now, the linear movements and the circular movements are entirely different. In linear movement, it can go to certain distance, and as long as there is space and time, it can keep going. But here, it is independent of the space. As things moving within a circle, it becomes a cyclic movement. It goes on and on. It doesn't need infinite space or infinite existence to maintain its infinity. Now water came with the creation in a limited way. Now you see, look at it, how the creation is there now. Water is there, continuously fresh water is being supplied. From the same water, it evaporates, becomes cloud, again falls as fresh rain. All the time, every year, now and then, the water is refreshed, completely recycled, and same fresh water is there always. Vegetation, the seed formation. Each tree is dying away, but before it dies, it throws away thousands of seeds that vegetation may sustain and continue. So all things, the eternity, like there is no abhava of anything because of this cyclic movement. So here Sri Ramakrishna is telling facets are infinite. The patterns it takes according to the, see, even human existence from ancient times, if you see, from millions of years, if you see human existence on this earth, it is taking different forms of human existence according to the changing circumstances and situation. This adaptability the human existence has got. Adaptability, every object in this universe has got. Anything changes, they get adapted to it. So it is, but it is existing. Existence is not denied, but changes are. Sometimes the changes are so strong that we won't be able to identify. I was seeing that in England, one place, the fine butterflies were there, yellow butterflies. Few decades back, early in 1900s. So whole land was beautiful flowers and yellow winged butterflies. Within about 30-40 years, there was industrialization. Everywhere, coal burning, fire burning, the things are changing. From man, the copper age, like how it changes to iron age, bronze age, iron age, modern scientific changes, what the computer science has brought tremendous change in the attitudes and the working functions, everything you can see changing. Like that, after the industrialization, within a few decades, within a half century, you see that not even a single yellow butterfly was there. All black butterflies were there with black wings. This great transformation just to match with the nature's. Everywhere it is blackening because of the smoke released. All the leaves and all are changing its colors. From pitch dark green, lemon green, it was slowly dark green leaves. How it gets adapted to the changing atmosphere, it changes. The whole pattern, everything changes. But it continues to exist. The existence is continuing, but changes go on. In the whole nature, each one changes means so many things change. So here we see there is facets are infinite. It goes on changing, goes on changing. I do not try to understand God's actions at all. I have heard that everything is possible in God's creation, and I always bear it in mind. Anything can happen. When Vivekananda was a small boy, Naren, he will be wondering with so many things. Father says, look here, in this world anything can happen, don't be surprised. You may see something, unusual thing, don't be surprised. Everything is possible. Like that. And here Sri Ramakrishna is telling you, see again I read that sentence, I do not try to understand God's actions at all. I have heard that everything is possible in God's creation. He has heard and totally accepted it because that's what we see. There is a good man overnight becoming entirely different. Demonical he is becoming. Another demonical person is, you can see overnight changing to a fine good person. We do not know how the transformations takes place. Buddha, how he walks off overnight. Just a sight of suffering. Somebody's suffering makes him renounce and go away forever. So these conversions possible in the creation, I always bear it in mind. Therefore, I do not give a thought to the world, but meditate on God alone. Here you see, Sri Ramakrishna is making clear the purpose of human life. All sit with small things. There is time is going, life is going. Some questions you can see, oh, this is not connected with spiritual world. This is not connected with anything. Oh, this is mental understandings. This is intellectual understanding. This is physical observation. Where is the reality? The reality to penetrate into the nature and see the divine, to penetrate and go beyond. Where is that? Where is that urge within? Where is that all giving up the worldly thoughts and entering into the realm and just to continue the lifestyle? Living is inevitable. Life is inevitable. And if life is not endowed with spiritual awareness and constant spiritual awareness and understanding, in this particular life he won't be able to reach the goal of the human life. With unfulfillment, as we are today, we will be in the old age also, at the time of death also. Same internal forces working and never finding a peace again. Now at least earlier in our life and even till the death almost, till the old age totally encroaches, till then man doesn't understand. After that, time won't be there, energy won't be there, strength won't be there. The forces within cannot be quenched. And birth is inevitable. And birth is inevitable because the forces are pending in the within. At the time of death, so many forces, so many desires, so many ambitions, so many enmity, dislike, hatred, likes and dislikes. All this will be forces. With all these forces, I, mine, he knows it's going to disappear. But the forces alone remain. Objects will go away. The nearest and dearest we have to leave and go. But mine will remain to create another mine, fulfillment of that mine somewhere. So same cycle is continuing. We are going through the merry-go-round of the same process. And we do not know what type of karmas are pending, which type of life in this universe, which plane of existence we are going also unknown. May not be that we'll be able to get a human birth again for many, many centuries. We do not know when we are going to, maybe millions of years also may pass before we get the human birth again. So the value of time, value of what nature and God has provided us with, we must be able to utilize, not spend the time all duties are to be attended, all things must go on, but as a mechanical process without affecting our spiritual evolution. Nothing should obstruct the spiritual evolution, and all things will go on. If the goal is properly fixed, the whole attention must be goal. Have I reached? How far have I gone towards the goal? Now suppose I want to go to Kailas Manasarovar. Every now and then we'll be watching, how far have I come? How far have I come? So the whole thing is how far you are away from your goal. When will you be able to reach? Suppose you are eager to reach in this life, you have to overlook all other things and concentrate on movement towards God in and through all the activities of life, discharging all the duties and responsibilities, because these are the forces that convert your world of binding into the world of release. We are bound through the karma, we have to get released through the karma. Binding, you are done, unwind, you have to do through the action itself. The same action, if you do the action, any kind of selfishness and self-centered activity I am doing is there, it becomes karma. If it is nishkama karma, where I is absent or the fruit is absent, I am doing it for someone else without any ambitions or intentions behind, nishkama karma. The same thing becomes the source of release, same action. I am doing it for God, it becomes the source of release. So this, the most important part Sri Ramakrishna is telling is, don't waste time on hair-splitting discussions on unwanted things. Call on God, cross over and go. We are in bondage of the nature, inevitably, and we have to transcend the nature. And remember, no force on this earth or anywhere of nature can be destroyed. Whether it is kama, krodha, lobha, nothing you can kill or destroy or get rid of. You can transcend and go. Forces of nature, powers of nature cannot be destroyed. It is a part of nature. When nature dissolves, they dissolve. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, all this will remain. In the same person, enlightened person, they will remain, but without affecting them. That it is like when the flood comes, the wells and tanks will remain as they are, but will be flooded with water much above the whole land is immersed in flood. Where did the Koopa, wells and reservoirs went? They are under the water. So the jnana, prakasha they will be totally covered by the jnana. Thakur says, if you see an enlightened fool, you will see the anger, this, that and all. But it is like a watermark on the cloth. Joler dag. It looks like a stain on the cloth. A little water falls on the cloth, it becomes stained. But the stain doesn't remain. It evaporates and goes off. A drop of oil falls, it remains. Color falls, it remains. Ink falls, it remains. But water falls, there is a mark, but next moment it is not there. And Thakur gives the example of all these things in enlightened soul, ragadveshas, you see, are like the pudadodi, means the burnt rope. Burnt rope is in the shape of rope. You cannot tie anything with it. If you just blow, it flies off. It is in the same way, like a rope, it is lying down. You cannot lift also. It cannot bind. The ragadveshas a enlightened soul has, it cannot bind him or bind others. It releases others from their bondage. So the main thing here, Sri Ramakrishna, is don't waste time in unnecessary discussions, in unwanted discussions. I don't believe in the tendencies, vasanas and all this. I don't believe in rebirth. What is it? You have a birth now. You are in the body. Try to find out who are you in this body. Try to realize, try to get that self-knowledge. Once Hanuman was asked, "What day of the lunar month is it?" Hanuman said, "I do not know anything about the day of the month, the position of moon and stars, or any such things. I think of Rama alone." Can one understand the work of God? See the one-pointed attention. He is attending to all duties. Hanuman is just waiting on his toes when the call comes and when I have to work for Master. All the time, and every action he does, even scratching his body, is for the Rama's sake. He is eating for Rama's sake. He is not eating for his bodily existence, not for life. His only purpose is to serve Rama. To serve Rama I want. Just like a warrior every day polishes his gun or the sword and keeps it. Like that he is keeping the body ever in perfect condition that it can work for the Lord. So he is immersed in Rama. Whatever he does is for God and God alone, nothing for him. So this is one-pointed attention to the goal or one-pointed attention to the ideal. Rama is Hanuman's ideal. So whole attention is in his ideal because he has reached. Till we reach, our whole attention and watchword will be the goal which we have to reach. The slightest attention diversion may take you somewhere, and lives after lives may go away in vain. When I was in forest, I used to go for just evening. A place, a stream was flowing. I would go a few, 1 or 2 kilometers or miles and stand there, bow down to the nature, because a little elevated place or little vast place, I was in a thick forest. Except trees, I cannot see anything. To see sky also becomes difficult. Certain places we go and stand, again the horizon is visible, from where we can bow down to the nature, bow down to the divine. We can have a change of our understanding. So that I used to go to see the sunset. I used to go to some elevated place to see the sunrise. So at that time, one tree if I miss while going or coming, I can't find my place again, kutia again. It takes days and days in the forest to search where I was. Finally I have to go to a small hillock or a small hill. I have to climb and see where is my hill, foot of my hill, and get down and go in that direction. One direction we have to fix is looking at the sun, go on walking to come back. One just, it's like that. We may digress, we may totally be diverted from my goal at all. A little attention that side goes, will be carried away. Maya is so powerful, and it just is waiting all the time to capture. So how attentive a person must be not to enter into unwanted discussions, unwanted things. Hold on to truth all the time and walk with courage. Can one understand the work of God? He is so near, still it is not possible for us to know Him. Balarama did not realize that Krishna was God, his own brother. Krishna's. That is true, sir. Means we are so close. Balarama is moving from childhood as if both are together, but could not understand. You see, Holy Mother's life. Her brothers, sisters, all the people, whoever was their mother, with mother, all other relatives, nobody could understand she is Divine Mother. Later on also, when she was all worshipped, she was an ordinary woman for them, a village woman, much lower than those people themselves who are thinking, but Divine Mother in disguise. To those, yah pashyati sapashyati, who sees alone. Who sees then? To whom the Mother reveals her own, what she is. And when does she reveal? She reveals when the soul is rid of the worldly tendencies. The moment the worldly tendencies die away, by grace of God, God is ready to reveal. Just because of that crest, that small screen covering the eyes, it has to fall off. It is within the hold of the jiva. It can be just released by the jiva alone. It is not in the hands of God. But all preparation, all needed, nature has provided within to drop it off. And there stands God in the front. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.